Hello and welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome
Hello.
back to our D&D campaign, session 116.
Woo!
Ooh,
Yeah,
Woo!
woo.
sweet 116th session.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously had a bit of a break, but we are back and ready to go for the next sort of chapter of our adventure. So I hope everyone is ready and willing to continue on. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
Ready
Doing
to
good.
go.
Good. All right. Well, in that case, if everyone has everything they need to begin a fun session of D&D, we shall get going.
Oh shit, I was only ready for a boring one.
Really?
I didn't prepare for this.
I didn't plan to have fun today.
I didn't study.
Well, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Who knows what we might be in for. So, all right then. In that case, last we left off, the Clive Five had returned from the astral plane, where they had helped Gideon find his master's spirit, Master Mazad, who had been lost and was unable to return to his body. After Gideon had attempted a ritual to try and wake him up from his sort of temporal, strange binding he was under. But traveling to the astral plane, you eventually found Master Mazad's spirit in the possession of some strange astral lich, who had used him as bait to capture an astral dreadnought, and binding that dreadnought to the Lich's soul capture device using Mazad's spirit cord as a sort of a binding. But after you freed Mazad and defeated both the Lich and the Dreadnought, you returned back to the material realm where the Master, as he woke up, now free to tell you about his travels, warned you all that something bad has or is about to happen to your friends, Aaron, Illyriel, and Epic. Relating somehow to Aaron Shander. So you rushed over without haste to the tower, Aaron's tower, and you teleported to their location. A huge ziggurat-type temple deep within one of the lost Cranian planets, which had been targeted by the Planetborn's Dead's wrath hundreds of years ago. And there you discovered two piles of dust, where Aaron and Illyriel had once been, their clothes and equipment left behind, you noticed. And in the corner, Epic, partially destroyed, told you that Aaron had turned on them and had mercilessly killed them, leaving Epic for dead as he left. Epic, broken beyond repair, finally broke down in your arms. The flickering light of the projection burning out forever. So, Clive 5, now understanding and standing in this darkened sort of ritual room of this ziggurat, the ancient writing on the wall all around you, with the understanding that Aaron has not changed and is still a power-crazed evil elf he once was, what would you like to do?
Shunnock's gonna grab Scrimshaw by the shoulders.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I
Scrimshaw.
just gonna kind of slump.
I warned you what would happen, and you... I'm not angry at you. I'm sorry. I'm not angry at you.
I'm
You
sorry.
didn't do this.
I thought he changed. When I looked at him, I saw a defeated old man looking to do one last good thing.
I think he still wants to do the good thing, but for bad reasons. Either that or he's planning to flee. Maybe he wants to save the world, if only to take all the credit for it. Or some other reason. Either way, we need to stop him, but first I need to fix this.
They being disintegrated.
I can fix this.
A
I can bring back Illyriel, and then she can bring back Aaron. It's going to be difficult for me, and I may be weakened for quite a while, but I can manage it. I just need a way to phrase this properly. This kind of magic can go wrong really quickly. So I need ideas from each of you on how I can word wishing Aaron back. Not Aaron, Illyriel.
well,
Illyriel
I mean,
back.
Well,
start.
that's a bad start. You said the wrong person. I wish.
How does this work? Is it about the words or about the intention behind them?
I'm not entirely sure. It'll be the first time I've actually cast this spell.
How about I wish Illyria was no longer dust?
And
But that
it's very
might
non-specific.
turn her into a baby, or...
I wish
You know,
Illyria was no
some-
longer dust and back to how she was before she was dust.
What if she was dying before she was dust?
Damn it.
I mean, we could work with that. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, it depends how dying she.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of awkward if she came back to life and instantly dropped dead from blood loss.
Back alive and healthy.
Alright. How about... I don't know. Mona, do you have any ideas?
Nope. I'm not
Okay.
one for magic. I'm leaving this to you magic-y folk.
Yeah, that's much.
Okay.
I
I'm
wish.
going to sit down
Yes.
and I'm going to think.
Okay.
Chinook's just going to kind of sit down in a kind of meditative position.
Yeah.
He's trying to fight back tears right now, as he's trying to think of the right words.
Understandable.
While he's doing that, I'd like to cast Scrying
Mm-hmm.
on Aaron.
Yeah.
So it's same plane of existence, so if it doesn't work, then if he's not on this planet, then presumably it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Okay. So casting Scrying, you feel that there's this sort of cloud over your mind that tries to reach out to him. But unfortunately it fails. It seems that he's out of... there's like a fuzziness, a static. He's out of range.
Okay. I think he has... I think he's left the planet, I believe. Presumably he's gone back to Erd. Unless... Well, I mean, this pointed him back there, so...
Unless he went to another plane, I say my eyes are still kind of closed.
I could have done.
I think I'm ready.
Remember to say Illyriel.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I wish Epic comes back.
The only
Wait,
thing
shit.
you can do to help is to be quiet
Okay,
while I do this.
that's fair. Remember to say Illyriel.
I will.
Not epic.
After about like another minute of just breathing in and out, Chinook's gonna just kind of extend his arms, and these kind of green sylvan runes are just gonna kind of light up. and even though his eyes are closed, this green light just kind of shines out from behind his eyelids as he begins casting Wish and then says, I wish Illyriel... got that. I wish Illyriel had returned to life in her physical form.
Okay. So, focusing on this magic that you have not practiced trying it for the first time, the energy that you're harnessing flows through you, and you focus. The green glow begins to appear on your veins and through your skin. It seeks to light up the cavern around you, and you all watch as this sort of natural, almost fey-like energy is seemingly drawn from the air around you. Can you roll me a D100, please?
Sure. Moment of truth.
Okay. So you focus, and saying those words, they sort of echo. There's this strange, reverb that is said, almost like you're saying it. The entire air around you is sort of vibrating alongside you, and this light all at once focuses from being scattered wildly by your body all onto one central point, the point of the dust, the dust pile that was once Illyriel. You see that it begins to move and form. It sort of almost begins to turn kind of into like a liquid, like a strange, like glowing from within, as this energy is being poured into it, and there's this sort of ringing in everyone's ears as you begin to see that like a hand reach out of the pile of dust, and begins to sort of pull itself out. A woman's hand. Pale skin, sort of like covered in this sort of greenish glowing sap, as she begins to pull herself out of the dust, almost like pulling yourself out of a bag of holding. You see a confused, naked Illyriel sort of pop out of the dust and pull herself out, sort of coughing, as black goo sort of shoots out of her mouth as she sort of coughs and wheezes around. She looks up at you all, sort of in terror, and says, "What just happened?"
Shunnock's gonna kind of fall to his side in weakness. I think I just brought you back from being disintegrated.
Can you also make a wisdom save for me, Chinook?
Sure. Hang on. It's taking a while to load. Wisdom.
Okay. So yeah, you fall to your side. Illyriel sort of like looking at you all. She looks down at her sort of body that is covered in this sort of slime, and begins to just look around in terror, and looks over at the other pile of dust. And she reaches out and says, "No, that wasn't a dream."
No, Shanda must have done something. I brought you back first so you can bring back Aaron. I need to lie down for a while. Rest of you bring her up to speed.
I'll just push the carpet over towards Chinook.
Do I have a cloak or something? I'm gonna give to her.
Yeah.
So she's not naked.
Yeah, you got like a bedroll or something you can put around her. Like a just a bit of cloak.
Can I just roll the days that my strength is lower?
Yeah, roll 2d4, please.
2d4. 5 days.
Okay. That's average, actually.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
exactly average. Yeah.
Yeah, so you feel really drained, Chinook. You feel
Yeah.
like something is wrong with you. Like there's a sort of like hollowness within you. You sort of are beginning to have a bit of a fever. There's like your mind, your sort of vision is spinning. You got a mighty headache.
Yeah, Shannon's gonna just kind of find a bed and maybe pass out.
Just like offer the carpet as like a stretcher.
Shannon takes it.
So it's with the
He just kind of has his back to everyone while leaving.
So is there much give in the carpet, or is it very like taut?
No, it sort of like molds to your center of balance.
Right.
It sort of works with you. It doesn't sort of fight you. It's sort of, it's fairly intelligent. Yeah, Illyriel, sort of her now covered up, sort of begins to just curl up into a ball and just starts crying and says, "Why did I trust him? Why? I knew that he wanted something."
Well, I'd like to say I knew him for a long time, but not really sure if I did anymore. But he seemed genuine to me. You couldn't have known.
I don't have enough money for the true resurrection. I'm not sure how many diamonds I have.
Alright, what have we got
How
between
much
us?
do you need?
Well, I need diamonds worth at least 25,000 gold pieces. But I think I probably have at least half of that. I'll have a look. And she begins to go through her bag, which is next to her. This is a bag of holding that Erin made. You can tell by the sort of very particular kind of stitching that Erin seems to put in all of her bags of holding. These sort of like blue and gold crisscross patterns across it. She's sort of going through it and just pulling out diamonds one by one.
We can find you more diamonds, but I'll have to go back to Erd.
Yeah.
Wait, don't we have some?
Not that amount though.
How many did you need?
25,000? Did you say? Or was it 2,500?
25,000 GP worth.
Cleara said she had about half, right?
Yeah, she's just sort of counting them at the moment.
So I have revivified diamonds worth 300, and I have 4 of those right now.
Gideon has 5.
If Shonuk gives 3 and you give 2,
We still
would
need
that work?
about another 10,000 worth. Right.
She begins to. You see her like stacking up quite a large pile of diamonds out of her bag. So there's like almost like in a sort of pyramid of diamonds that she's sort of counting. She's saying 300, 500, 300, 250, 500. After maybe about 20 minutes, she says, I think if I'm correct, this is about 14,500 worth.
Does that include our stuff that we've put in?
No, it doesn't.
So we need 10,500 between us. We
I can throw in 10,000 gold pieces.
I think you need the diamonds for it.
How are we going to buy 10,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds?
Just go somewhere where diamonds are really expensive.
I
Inflation's a bitch.
Inflation changes the magic economy.
we could maybe visit Gothric. They have diamond mines there, right? He has diamond mines under his control. Surely there must be a stock somewhere.
I need to roleplay 2 characters again. Fucking
Gothric
Christ.
doesn't have diamond mines.
Oh right.
The Grey Mountains is mostly Tarlstones. And iron.
Okay, in which case,
We could try, what's his name?
yeah, we could head to Port Dalron.
Dalron.
What's the
probably our best
time
bet,
limit
right?
on Greater Resurrection?
I think it's
Or
200
True
years.
Resurrection?
200 years.
Okay, so we've got time.
We need to bring some of the dust with us.
No, you don't. You can just do it. You don't need it. You don't need anything with you.
Seems. Oh, do we just leave the dust here?
We can put some with us.
I'd rather we left all the dust in one space, so that we don't wind up bringing back half a person.
I think honestly it's Aaron's decision, right?
Yeah, personally, I think if we're going to bring Erin back, I'd rather not have a memory of her being disintegrated, carried around with me.
What about her clothes? Do you think she'd want them back?
Yes.
I think she'd want her clothes back so that she can get changed when we bring her back. Well,
Yeah,
when
Illyrio
Illyrio
starts-
brings her back.
Illyrio starts putting all of Erin's stuff in her bag of holding.
Good.
And she begins to sort of like just wipe off the goo with the towel you gave, the cloak you gave her, Morna, and then she just puts her on back her own clothes.
Uh,
Thank you, Morna.
Before we start plane shifting out of here, Gideon, could you, any chance you could contact Don Lucian?
Yeah, he can.
Message ahead. You know, obviously, this is a fairly sizable order. Need to make sure he actually will be able to get the stock.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Gideon will cast sending. The message will be. Miss Gideon needs 10,500. That's fine. Gold pieces worth of diamonds. Very urgent. We'll be heading for Daron as soon as possible.
Okay. Does sending go across planes?
Good question. Let's follow that.
I think it did last session, unless he'd left in between casting it and.
It doesn't.
I'll
Oh wait, hold on. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes.
yeah, that's nice.
But there is a 5% chance that the message doesn't.
Yeah,
So do you want me to roll something?
I'll
It's
do
like a
it.
D100 or something.
I've got it. All right. Okay, so send your message. So you sent your message then, yeah?
Yep.
Couple of seconds pass as the spell is sent, and you hear a reply, which is you want how much? 10,500. Oh, well, it might cost you a bit of I mean, it depends how quickly you want them. It might cost you a little bit more. Probably about a 10% or 20% up marking on that. If you wanted them like now, I could. Anyway, get back to me.
Gideon relays it and is pretty adamant that that's fine, but at least the party.
We'll have to stop by Astwall because I don't carry all my money with me. But
I've got mine.
We could also put it on credit. Right?
We'll need to make. I need to limit as much spellcasting as I can do.
I can get us home.
Okay. But like, I can't cast any spells for a while. I mean, I can, but it'll be bad for me.
But yeah, try and lay low a little until you're back to at least
Okay.
some strength.
It'll be less time for me if I just spent some time resting rather than helping you all, which sucks, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, so, hold on. Let me just. Once we've got this, there might be a chance we might be a bit split up from one another. Is that right?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, maybe a couple of us should try and inform people and convene a council or something. A couple should try and track down where Chandra might have gone, or something like that, and then you can sleep things off.
I think if we're tracking down Shanda, we need to be together. I mean, look what he did to. Look what he did to Illyriel and Aaron and Epic. Like it's not like they're just vulnerable people that could be easily taken out.
It's not about taking him out, Scrimshaw. It's just about figuring out where he might have gone. I mean, the longer we leave it, the colder the trail gets, right?
As much as I'd love to just immediately go after Shanda, if there's anything I gleaned about everything it's he's a manipulator. He changes things constantly. We need to be at our full strength. We need to wait for him.
I think this is a massive mistake.
No. I think what would be a worse mistake is just going after him.
I'm not just saying go after him. I'm saying figure out where he might have gone. Those are two very different things.
I think he would. Either way, I think he would react to us reacting out of emotion here. He'd want us. He'd expect us to go after him immediately, and that's where his plans would be.
Illyriel, you just look. How do you feel about that?
I don't know him.
If I may, Chinook has a very good point.
I'm tending to side with Chinook here. I think I don't think he can do anything in a few days. But I don't know what his plans are.
Gideon is like, yeah, I mean, he's emotionally distraught by the situation, and I think helplessness probably encapsulates the way he looks. So, but
Yeah.
he's pretty adamant that he feels this is quite strongly.
Yeah, you see Illyriel is looking quite dissociated at the moment.
We'd likely walk into a trap.
At this point, I don't
Sorry,
even
Bob.
care.
Well, we don't want to lose anyone else, do we?
Why, yeah.
Gideon, I understand that, but this is fresh, this is new, and we're all hurting here. If we walk into a trap, no one takes him down. He is smart. He's had so much longer than any of us to plan anything. A way back into people's hearts and minds, a way to rule Orthaid. He will have had a plan.
That's fine. You do what you need to do and sleep it off. I'm gonna go try and figure out where he's gone. You can't stop me on that.
Just Gideon, just
Figure out where he's gone, but
promise
don't
you
go.
won't go after him yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Because if you go, we'll all have to come after you, and that will put us all in danger.
We're probably gonna need another 25,000 gold's worth of diamonds.
Got it.
Oh,
I don't believe you, Gideon. Respectfully, I don't.
Well, respectfully, I don't particularly enjoy being lectured on by people who forget it. He just kind of like sulks off a bit.
All of you, Illyriel says. I don't think Aaron would be very happy about all of you fighting amongst each other. What she would want is
You're
for us to
right.
to come at this with a plan, the strong plan, and I don't know. She was always better at making plans than I was.
Okay.
Listen, get me out of this place. I need to go.
All right. And everyone,
Okay.
everyone ready? Sure. Can I borrow that fork?
That what? Sorry.
You have a fork for the material plane or that device?
I have a flute. I can maybe get us back, but it'll hurt.
No, I mean, if you have something attuned to the material plane, then I can get us back.
I have my flute. It's attuned to, I think, all planes I know of, right? I don't really know how that works, Mike.
Yeah, but Scrimshaw would have to attune to it
Yeah.
because you cast that spell through the flute.
Yeah.
So my spell blocks that I can cast requiring no components, but
Oh,
I don't know
well,
if
that's
that
fine then.
applies to this.
No, yeah, components are components.
I assume it's supposed to say no material components, not just no components, because that would be a bit. Though I guess it's like Sonic-y stuff. So
Yeah, no,
might
I
make
think
it
it
make
makes
sense.
sense. Makes
Okay.
sense law-wise anyway for Scrimshaw.
all right, if everyone's ready then, and once
All
everyone's gathered round, I will cast plane shift and take us back to Aaron's tower.
I
Okay.
think like Chinook is just like yodering around, like on like his little hovercraft in like the prequel series.
With his 3 strength.
Just like Yoda on his deathbed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you begin to focus, Scrimshaw, and a sort of tear in the fabric of time opens up, and on the other side, you. Where are you going to? You're going to Ursula.
I think we're going
back
towards our run,
Aaron's-
Oh.
I think we're going to go back to Aaron's tower. I'm currently a mind flayer still, so
Nah.
probably don't want to just wander into Port Alron like that.
Can you
Fine.
cast spells as a mind flayer then?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was part of the stat block.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You know, I completely forgot you look like that.
You'll go real.
That's great.
Pardon.
Sorry, I'll go. I'll go back to the telepathy that I've been using this whole time.
All right. So you stepping through the portal, you arrive once again back in the Shining Revel, not the Shining Revel, the Erin's Tower. And Bet sat at the dining table, watch you all come through, and she says, "Well, about time." And seeing you all come through, I thought something had happened. And she sees Illyriel step through, sort of looking defeated, and then the portal closes, and she says, "Where's Erin?"
We all look at each other.
She's gone.
Gone where?
We're working on. Gone. We're working on getting her back. But. It's gonna be rough.
What? Gone where?
He's dead.
Bet stands up and says, "No, that's not. That can't be true."
Look, we've had this conversation before. What matters is we get this sorted as soon as possible.
She slams her fist down on the table and says, "Who was it?"
Shanda.
What, that old man?
Yes. He's a powerful wizard.
You see her sort of like a vein on her forehead just begins bulging, and her face is going red, and she turns away from you all and says, "I'll be upstairs. Don't knock. Don't bother me." She runs upstairs and slams the door as she goes up.
Okay, so plan. Are you gonna? We need to stop by Erstwalt to get some money.
I've got about 6k worth of platinum on me, so
I have
How can you-
333 platinum coins, and I also have. Hang on.
But you can't be carrying that on your person, right?
No, but like I'm just
Yeah,
letting you
it's only
know.
a few
Like
hundred
like
platinum.
overall, like I have 333 platinum coins, 11,223 gold pieces, and 67 silver.
Yeah,
You
similar to
use
me.
whatever out of that you need to use.
I've got 14,298 gold and 708 platinum pieces.
Fuck. You're loaded. Okay,
Well,
can you
I'm careful with my money.
unmind Flayer?
Yes, I've used up. I actually just used my highest level slot to get us back, so I don't actually have a way of just undoing this. So
You're gonna have to. Am I gonna have to punch you?
I'll. Can you just?
I think we all should get to
hang on.
punch Scrimshaw.
Roxon,
We
could you
all
just
punch him.
no, wait. Roxon, can you just choke me out?
Alariel's cast Dispel Magic on you.
Oh, that's much better.
I
You're in all
reckon
the
Gideon's done it as well.
Okay.
I was trying to say it, but yeah, he didn't just about magic.
Stick on choking out.
But choking out is free.
Just before he like puts his hands over his neck, Scrimshaw just fell.
You see, as the magic is dispelled, like the Mind Flayer sort of tentacles all begin falling off one by one, and as the skin just like slides off his body, like a sort of rubber suit, and just like
It's like a
scratches on the
fake
floor.
mustache.
Yeah,
It's like
it
shedding
just
his
like
skin.
scratches on the floor before it just like turns into dust and blows away.
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
Reminds me of Bad Calamari. Oh fuck.
Okay, that's better. Alright, I've actually only got one spell slot now. Alright, let's get us to Port Alron. Well, do my circle.
Okay. Alariel says, I suppose I'm coming with you then?
Unless,
You can if you like.
look, you've got a lot to deal with, and you just died. If you need time to rest.
Well, as much as I appreciate the sentiment, we actually sort of need you to come with us because we only have one spell slot, and so we can't get back.
Yeah, it's going to take...
Hold on a minute, I can get us back. Wait, no, I can't get us back.
I can get us back, but it'll hurt.
Oh, it's fine. I'll come.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bet needs some time on her own anyway. I've never been to Port Dalron.
But what about you?
It's fine. I'll be alright. And she
Can
brushes off her.
insight check?
Yeah.
Because I
Well,
don't think she's really okay.
yeah, of course not.
No, she doesn't seem alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's sort of like she's just it's dissociated. She's put it to one side for now.
That doesn't sound healthy.
No, but she just saw her wife get disintegrated in front of her. So... As
That's
well
what
as...
she's moaning about.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people would love that. Wait.
As who's doing the teleport? Scrimshaw.
Yeah, so I'll take us.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
take us
yeah.
there.
Cool. As you're doing that, Alariel sits down next to you, Gideon, and she says, "That power, I've never felt anything like it."
Yeah. Gideon's like fists are kind of scrunched still, but he bites.
I didn't know there were wizards like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's many of those types left.
It came out of nowhere. Just one minute we were reading the inscriptions on the walls, and the next I couldn't move. Felt like a dark power was holding me in place. And then that was it.
Pretty sorry. It was our fault. We should have seen through Chandra's lies.
Who is he? I mean, I know who the man is, but who is he? Because he is not. He is not what he claims to be.
In all honesty, I don't think we know either. He, imagine the most evil thing you could, that you ever have heard or seen in your life, and then pour hatred and malice and contempt and sadness into one just horrible thing, and that's who he is. God knows how many demons and devils he's made deals with. It's, I'll tell you this, and he kind of leans over and he kind of grabs her hands. We will kill that bastard. It's the last thing we do. And I will spend every waking moment I can to put his kind to bed once and for all.
She looks down and you see like a couple of tears begin rolling down her cheeks, and she says, "The last thing Aaron said seems so stupid now. She said that we have a chance of winning this.
We do.
She feels like we can do it.
And we do, and we will. Because if we don't, then there'll be nothing left." We will win. And Aaron will be part of that. And when it's all done, the two of you can escape and live the life you always wanted to with each other. And have the family you want. And, never have to worry about all this rubbish. It's by Titus, I mean. Yeah. I think we all need a bit of a break.
Oh, I need such a break.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, and it's okay to not be okay. I know I'm not processing this too well myself, but I can't even begin to imagine how much this must feel for you.
The portal opens up and Scrimshaw starts corralling everyone through. And as you begin to walking into it, you see Halcyon walk in through the main door and says, "Oh, hi everyone," as you all start walking through it. And she says, "Oh, bye then."
They'll catch up later.
Okay. Yeah, and you step through and arrive in the city of Port Del Ron. City of many memories for you all. You arrive back on the docks on a busy summer's day. Ships lined up in the shipyard. People unpacking imported goods, preparing ships for exporting. See in the
Shellick's
distance.
just gonna kind of lay on his staff or something.
Yeah, I mean you're still on the carpet, right?
Yeah.
Carpet, right?
Don Lucian.
Yeah, so you go over to Don Lucian's massive warehouse. Knock on the door. He opens it up and says, "I have to say, you've all made me very happy today. Let's come in. Come and celebrate. Let's go." What's the long faces for?
I just kind of give him an eye as it's like try and convey just like a maybe tone it down.
All right. It's a sad occasion. I mean, I'm allowed to be happy, right?
I would recommend dying it down. We lost someone very, very dear to us right now, and we just need to get through this as quickly as possible.
Explains the diamond situation then. I see. I did think there was some. I hadn't heard of a battle. Usually that amount of diamonds is usually a big battle has happened, but this person must be very important to you all. Come on in.
Never will.
Boy, come in, get in here. Bring something comfortable. And you see Don Lucian's apprentice come in with a few pillows and blankets. Begins to make the sort of waiting area presentable. Don Lucian says, "Did you ask Don Malkovich for the diamonds?" And the boy says, "Yes." And he says, "Well, where are they then?" And he said, "Don Malkovich asked for 20%." And he says, "Yes, and you put it on credit, yeah?" And he says, "Yeah." "Okay, present the diamonds." He says, "2 seconds." And he runs off into the back. He says, "You just cannot get the help around here." Ugh.
I think the boy's doing as best he can right now. He's in a very new situation.
I pay him enough.
The diamonds weigh a lot.
Well, this amount of diamonds, certainly. It's
Suppose
fine.
I
I feed it well enough. He'll be big and strong.
How big physically is a 300 gold diamond? 'Cause I feel like in real life, like a diamond that will be worth the equivalent of 300 gold is pretty small, actually.
Yeah, so I think it's probably a 300 gold diamond is probably about the size of your thumb, I'd say, and a 500 one is probably maybe like your
Fist size?
No, about half your fist size.
Right.
But obviously, uncut versus cut as well. Like raw, sort of unpolished diamonds, like channel magical energy less efficiently. So the preparation hours go into them. You know, it sort of shrinks them down a little. But he says, well, like I said, Don Malkovich, who is my resident diamond person, has said 20%. So that will be, I think that's what, 12,600 gold pieces if you wanted 10,500 worth of diamonds. And he has to have his cut, I'm sorry. But back in the days of the Shining Revel, we would have standardized prices, but everyone's gouging each other these days.
How much again, sorry?
That would be 12,600.
Okay.
That divided by 6, or we're doing 5?
Well, I guess whoever of us has the money on us.
Well, Illyriel's just put forward quite a lot
Yeah.
of diamonds.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair. Gideon can put forward as much as we need, so 2,100.
I've got.
Oh,
I
wait,
put
no.
down how much money I've got down in the chat.
12,600 divided by 5 is
Sorry,
2,500.
it's 5. I know it is. Sorry, I was doing it by 6 when I said that. 252120. Yeah, I can do that.
2520.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I can
Sure.
do that.
Yep.
Now I have to do maths.
We're all paying that.
Yeah.
I will subtract that from my money.
Thank you all, Illyriel says.
You don't need to.
Welcome.
Erin means a lot to us, and she means a lot to you as well. We're a strange, dysfunctional family of sorts.
You see Don Lucian go into the back, and he closes the door, and you hear a woohoo, and then a pop of champagne, like muffled from the distance.
Amazing.
After a couple of minutes, the boy comes through, and Don Lucian comes back through with a glass of champagne in his hand until he notices you all looking, and then he sort of puts it down on the side. He says, "We are going to trade money now, yes?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. Right, boy, did you do the calculations correctly? And he says, yes. My reputation is on the line here, okay? You use the correct weights and measures. And he says, yes, just like you taught me. Excellent. He looks through the bag.
I feel like Mr. Bird's vibes with that excellent, like, just,
Excellent.
just fingers pressed together.
Smithers!
Yeah, he sort of like is looking through the bag and muttering under his breath. Yeah, that looks right. Again, a pleasure doing business with you all, huh? I found a little something in there for you.
As much as it pains me to say, and as much as I hope you don't take it the wrong way, it's not really a pleasure on our side. But you know, glad to have made your day.
It's no problem. Making people's day is my business. And I hope that your friend is worth it.
Oh, fucking Christ! I'm starting to wish I took Power Word Kill now.
I mean, I know that your friend is worth it, of course.
You know,
but
I've
I'm a merchant,
got it
okay?
in
I'm one of
the.
the last merchants in the Dancing Coast. You see, I have a business to run here.
That's fine. Right, let's go and do this. This
Yeah,
spell.
do you want to find somewhere around here, or
Can't we just do
head
it in
back?
here?
Maybe
then
somewhere
it's-
safer for Aaron and more comfortable for Aaron to come back from.
But if we've got the wrong amount of diamonds, then better do it here so we know.
Hey, listen. All right, your reputation precedes you. Do you think I would do something so dumb as to piss you all off? Huh? No, it works better. See, capitalism works better symbiotically, huh? If I scam you, then I'm gonna get killed for it, huh? I know that's-
Literally, we would kill you. Yes.
Yes, I know. I have many people who constantly say that to me.
I mean,
Um,
I'd like to think that we'd at least be like, hey, we've got these extra diamonds, and then we get those and maybe a bit of compensation first, not quite just jump straight to the killing.
Scripture. You're sweet and kind, but considering recent events, I don't trust your judgment on people.
Ariel looks through the bag and says,
That's
"Yeah,
kind of a
this looks
trump
like,
card
this
at the
looks like the right
moment,
number."
Okay, shall we head back to the tower then?
What's this? Ariel goes in and she pulls out like a little card with a thing, and Don Lucian says, "That's the thing I threw in there for you. It's just for you." Looking at it, it says Don Lucian Edron loyalty scheme, and then there's like 3 boxes ticked off out of 9.
Oh my god. I
Only 3 boxes!
we have come across Maruzata's minions. We have come across Ashen. We have come across Tarashed. And never have I wanted to kill any character more than Tolution right now.
3 boxes. It's fair.
Okay, right, anyway,
At 9, you get a mug.
Oh my god.
let's get back to...
It says number 1 customer.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay,
Let's get back to the tower.
yeah, just kind of look to Gideon like, let's get him out of here before this
Yeah,
goes.
it's been nice to see you, Don Lucian. But oh, wait, I think the champagne's about to fall off the desk in your back room. Your boy is.
No. He runs into the bag.
Let's go before he realizes that was a lie.
Good ruse, Gideon.
Gideon just like dead stares him.
Well,
Are you teleporting back to Esterwald or where?
Well, I think Illyria's gonna have to do it, right? But yeah, if she can do it to Esterwald, because she has been there, right? But I don't know if
She doesn't have
has
teleport.
the
She's a
teleport
cleric.
thing.
Oh, I thought you could get us.
Well, if we take a short rest, I can.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
happy
you
to-
probably had time for a short rest.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well, in
Gideon
that case,
can
I
do-
can.
Well, whoever. Gideon will do that then. He'll use teleport back to Esterwald.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
fantastic. All right, so returning to Esterwald, you arrive in the. Apparently, you're bringing Zoltar's info and everything.
How did you get here?
I just gonna follow him. No, just-
Like I said,
yeah,
we'll,
so
we'll tell you
you-
about that holiday later.
I've paid a deposit. I want my holiday.
Wait, who took
No,
the deposit? Is that Halcyon taking the deposit?
Maybe. All right, so you arrive back at Esterwald. Again, it's quiet. But it seems, rather less stressful than you are than the last events. You know, the birds are chirping in the trees. The sun's out. Illyriel just like slumps down and looks at the bag of diamonds and just pours them all out on the floor.
Right. Okay.
Is it? I've never used this spell before.
If it's anything like the spell I used to bring you back, expect a fair bit of pain to come your way. I'm sure I know Aaron's worth it, but just, fair bit of warning.
She pulls out of her bag the other diamonds. She begins pouring them out onto the pile. The pile of diamonds is quite considerable. This is like more than the average person would make in multiple lifetimes. The amount of wealth is on the floor.
More than Gothric?
Is Gothric the average person?
Yeah, probably not more than any one of us would make in multiple lifetimes, given we've earned more than that so far. But, yeah.
There's still time.
Yeah, I mean, considering that you only made it in like 3 years, it's pretty good going. Yeah, so she begins to mutter, and then she goes over and begins to stack them, almost like making a fire in the fireplace, like putting diamonds one by one into the fireplace, and begins to splash holy water on it. She mutters something under her breath, some sort of elvish tongue. As the diamonds begin to burst into sort of this bright golden radiant flame. She's muttering under her breath, and it begins to get louder and louder. She takes a step back, and you'll watch as the fireplace roars into a bright flame. However, it's not hot. There's no actual heat coming off it. In fact, it seems to be cold. Standing near it, you feel that almost the heat is being drawn from the area around it, as she's muttering and pouring this energy into the spell. The crackles and pops of the fire seem to you see like sparkles of almost like glittery sort of radiant energy pop out and flitter to the ground, and then are sucked back into the fire again, almost like a cycle. You see the fire begins to just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it just suddenly just completely sucks in on itself, and there's this sort of like explosion of dust as you see Erin just like pushed out of the fireplace and just rolls onto the ground. Fully clothed, looking around in confusion, her hair messed up, lying on the ground. She says, "Hello, everyone."
Hello?
Do you remember what happened?
Illyriel drops to her knees and just like hugs her. Oh.
Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God.
Welcome back.
Someone get us some tea. Halcyon, are you around?
No, she's an Orestes.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, we need to get her a cup of tea.
I'll
did you
go.
do?
I'll run off and do that.
I'm practically bedridden, Mona. I'm just floating around on the carpet. I am barely functional.
Gideon sends a message to Bet and says, Aaron's back, and that's all he says. Just himself.
Okay. As you go into the kitchen, Chinook, and start making yourself some tea, the door opens and Halcyon comes in. Hello.
Hello? When did you get back?
No.
What do you mean?
Wait a minute.
I've been here all this time.
No, you were in Orestas.
Are we all there?
Oh no!
Are we all there?
You're all in the living room
What with
Just-
with? Okay.
with Erin and Delirial.
Okay.
She says, "No, I've been here ever since." I mean, we talked about this, Chinook.
Gideon, come here right now.
I mean, I'm right next to you. Oh, wait. Oh, no, sorry. No, I'm not. Sorry. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. Gideon does go. Yeah, you blast through them. What's up? What's up?
I
You
just
see
point at
Halcyon just
Halcyon.
standing.
Dispel magic or something in case it's not here. This is important.
Fine. He casts Dispel Magic, which I can use. On Halcyon.
Nothing happens.
Sh- sh-
Just, that's a bit rude.
What
no,
are you?
no, it's not.
Wait,
Trust me.
what's going
Wait,
on? Why,
when-
why are we
Halcyon
spelling
was in
Halcyon?
Oristas, but she's here.
How do you know?
Eren and Illyriel sent me back before they went off to wherever the crazy temple was.
Wait, why are you
did
saying she's in
Scrimshaw-
Oristas?
Did Scrimshaw see Halcyon as we left Oristas?
Yeah, so like you were the last person through the portal, Scrimshaw. So you
So I have-
and Chinook.
So I have Witch Sight, which sees
Interesting.
through any illusions or sees the original form of any shape changes.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. $18.
You're pretty confident you got a good look at Halcyon in that tower, and you're looking at this Halcyon here.
Is Scrimshaw not in the room though, right? Or is he now?
Scrimshaw's got to come through.
Okay, fine. What are we trying to say here? I really don't understand.
Two places at once. We
How?
w-
Go on.
and we are up against a very powerful wizard.
Okay, that's fine. I just wasn't sure where this. You saying you say it twice? Okay, fine. Yeah, I guess Shander, right? Well, my mind thinks.
Yeah.
I saw saw her in the tower, and if it had been an illusion, I would have known.
Well, I just sent a message to Bet. I said Erin's back, and she didn't respond. I don't know if that's just because she's upset and grieving, or was grieving, and
I'll be right back.
but it could mean that she's not responded because the tower is in jeopardy.
Oh, do we go?
I think we have to, but I'm not sure how we go there. I can't. Do it.
I mean, I can get us there if the circle's still intact.
I warn you, I'm pretty weak, but I think we need to do it. We can't have Bet die as well. Who's? Well, I suppose it's. We can't have Eren and Lyriel going, and Chinook's out of action, and we specifically said earlier we wouldn't want to put us in danger.
Eren and Illyriel sort of walk through and says, "What's the commotion in here?"
We think Bet's in danger. Chinook and Scrimshaw thought they saw Halcyon in Oristas. But he just kind of points, she's here. We kind of jumped maybe through a few hoops in suggesting it's Shander. And if
Hi,
that's the
Eren.
case,
Halcyon says. Hi, Halcyon. Eren says.
there's, Halcyon, when we first met you, what were we doing?
What were you doing?
Yeah, why did we meet?
You came and stayed with me.
Why?
You bought a boat off me.
What was the boat called?
The Rose.
Okay.
How many cannons did it have? How many bedrooms? What
It
was
didn't have any cannons when I sold it to you.
what was the color of the top mast?
Strictly speaking, any cannons on a ship is called a gun, actually, Scrimshaw.
Oh God, shut up!
Nice to know you've been doing your homework.
It's like, oh, I've been traveling abroad. Ooh, I've had a gap year.
Oh, I did some slavery.
Gideon throws a chromatic orb at Roxxon.
Make an attack then.
All right, initiative.
Dun, 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 dun. That does hit.
It's a cold one.
Alright,
Level 1.
you get smacked by a very freezing orb.
Ow! Can I bear in mind I'm still recovering from dying?
Well, then don't say shit that you don't know about.
You don't still have 1 HP, do you?
Right, well, no.
Okay,
Luckily
good.
not.
No, you did have a short rest. But Halcyon says, I don't know what's got all of your panties in a twist. What's going on?
Ew, panties.
So do we,
Eren.
Pantaloons. That's what I mean.
What a pants! I only know of pantaloons.
I hate it when people say panties.
What's got all your pantaloons in a twist?
Aaron killed Illyriel and Eren. We've just brought back Eren. No, we brought back Lyriel before.
Maybe we
saw
should
you
be
at-
telling
Hmm?
Halcyon all this because she might not be the real Halcyon. Maybe we should keep our mouths
Well,
shut.
if she's not, then she knows.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
Gaines
mean,
would
nothing
say you
happened.
should just say. No, she says, I've answered your questions.
Gideon could scry on Bet actually.
I
Sorry.
got kidnapped by Mares, all right. I don't like talking about it, but
Ah. Well, he's dead now, so. Look, I'm slightly worried if we teleport there, we could get murdered pretty quickly. So I'm gonna scry on Bet. I hope that's. Wait, can I scry? Oh yeah, I can. I'll have to cast it, which you can't.
I don't think it's a ritual.
you can cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, I
You're-
can.
you're-
I
you
can.
are
That's
a
my.
wizard.
Yeah, but it'll take 10 minutes up to do.
It's not a ritual spell, is it?
No,
Is it not?
no, it's not.
No.
That's why I'm. I don't have
it has a 10-minute
selected today.
10-minute casting time, but it's not actually a ritual spell.
Oh yeah.
So you cast
just-
it kind of like a ritual, but it's not.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I
cannot
guess you'd
do
always
that.
cast it as a ritual.
What were you saying, Gideon?
Oh, wait, he's going to cast it, but he doesn't have it prepared today.
Oh right. Well, I suppose I could cast it. Aaron says.
That would be good.
Yeah.
She sits down and begins to focus. You hear her sort of muttering the incantation to herself as she sort of sits in a sort of meditative state. She says, "Yeah, I'm seeing the tower. What is that? What are they? Who is that? Bet. Oh no."
Oh no.
Shit. There's someone in there with her. Bet's tied up. They're going through all my things. Oh no, they found it.
Count what?
My lockbox.
Do we need to go there now so they can't get away with it?
What's in it?
There's things in there that no one should know about.
Is this the one behind the bookshelf?
No. Bet must have told them. But you'd never do that, not unless she was forced to. He's there. It's Aaron.
Do we go?
And she opens her eyes and says, "We've got to go."
I agree.
I won't be useful.
That's fine. Never are anyway.
Aaron's eyes begin to...
Modern
Aaron's
now's
eyes...
not the time.
Aaron's eyes begin to flash with an arcane sort of magic as you watch as all of the sort of bits of particles of dust and utensils in the kitchen begin floating off the ground as she sort of is muttering the teleportation spell, and she drags you all along with her.
All of us.
Yeah, except for Halcyon. Actually-
Okay.
Fuck it, she's gonna bring Halcyon with her.
Why did you do that?
And whoosh, you arrive back at the tower. You're at the bottom floor. You see that all the bookshelves and things have been ransacked. Bookshelves, sofas are upturned. There's just like stuff all over the ground. And she says, "Bet was upstairs. We need to go."
We'll go.
Alright. Okay.
What order are you guys running in?
I'm gonna go last.
I'll probably go first because I'm the speediest.
Okay.
Probably go somewhere near the front.
Yeah, I guess I'm near the front.
All right. It could be Aaron,
So-
Illyrio, Gideon.
Yep.
And then Chinook at the end. And then Halcyon. She says to Halcyon, "Stay there! Don't move!" And bursting through the bedroom door. Just as you get up to the landing, you hear a vroom, as you then burst through the bedroom door, and there's sort of like paper just like whooshing in the air. A lingering smell of sort of like burnt magic, sort of like an ozone smell in the air, as it seems that a bunch of people have just been in this room and have just teleported out.
Damn it.
Is Ben still here?
Yeah, Bet is tied to the chair, and she's sort of like got something like embedded in her chest. It seems to be some sort of like stake made of brass.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, she seems to be sort of like her back is arched, and sort of foam is spilling out of her mouth as her eyes are rolled back in her head. And Aaron rushes over to her and says, Bet, Illyrio, what's going on here? And Illyrio goes over and says, "Oh, what is that?" As you look over, and the brass stake that is sort of like pinning her to the bed, she's sort of like writhing and having almost like a fit. As it's like tendrils of black energy are sort of spewing through it. And Erin sort of grabs the brass thing to try and pull it out. And as she grabs it, she sort of begins to like have a fit too, like holding on to it. She's and Illyrio just sort of like pulls her off it. And Erin sort of just stumbles back a bit and just like slams against one of the things. What are you all doing?
I don't know. Like Gideon's probably encouraging Roxxon to like try and dislodge it, maybe.
Yeah. Give it a go.
What are you gonna do?
Try and dislodge it.
I'm gonna cast
How?
guidance on.
Oh, no, so like the brass, the
Roxxon?
brass thing, right? So I'm assuming it's like,
Just try and
Blanket
pull it out.
Slightly-
over it or something and try and pull
well,
it out.
can't you like hit it off the bed or something, like so it splinters away?
Like a golf club.
Yeah, like a T in the ground slowly.
Make an attack with your axe if you want to do that, Roxanne. But it's your choice. You do how you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you sort of like line it up. You sort of do a bit of a golf pose, and you hit it, and you see that it sort of just like crack, like as you hit it, because it's staked into Bet's chest. As you hit it, it sort of just like pivots on the point of like being more embedded into her. And
Oh,
you
I
hear
didn't know
a
it was in her. I thought it was just pinning to her rather than.
Yeah, I said it was
Oh
pinned through her chest.
Christ!
So it's sort of there's like a crack as her rib cage sort of breaks.
Okay, I can fix
Can I,
this. I
like-
can fix this.
Can I put a blanket around it or something and try and pull it out?
Yeah. Okay. So you grab it with a blanket and you manage to slide it out. There's this like sort of like black like tendrils of black oozing energy that are sort of attached to Bet that you're sort of almost pulling out as well as the brass thing.
Can I hack at the tendrils?
Yeah. Make an athletics check for me, Morna. And Roxanne, you can help out. So. Oh yeah. So you're struggling.
Someone else help!
Out.
Someone else do it!
Okay, Roxanne, you push Mon out of the way and you sort of grab it over. Make a wisdom save for me, Roxanne. With advantage because you've got a cover on it. That's fine. Yep. So you pulling it, you manage to slide it out and throw it onto the floor. And as it sort of falls to the floor, it doesn't seem to fall in an arc. It's like the second you let go of it, it just slams to the ground, almost like it's magnetized to the floor in some strange way. And there's this sort of like black vapor that's oozing out of it. Bet is just sort of like fitting still on the bed, but she seems to be like calming down now, but she's now bleeding quite considerably. Illyrio runs over and mutters a healing spell to just like stitch out the wound and turns to Roxanne and says, oh dear.
We'll see.
And she manages to cast Dispel Magic and sort of remove curses and stuff all in a big, like, massive bunch of spells that she's doing on Bet. Eventually, Bet stabilizes, and Aaron says, "I can't believe they've taken it."
Take 'em what?
What's in there? What's wrong? How do we fix this?
It's something I never thought that he would know. He must have known someone. He must have been in contact with someone.
Aaron?
I fucked up, guys.
Okay, but we need to know.
She slinks to the floor and says, "It's a book. A book
Okay.
written long ago.
Okay.
I meant to study it, find a way to harness the energy for reasons of good in there. But every time I got near it, it caused serious issues. It's most commonly known as the Book of Vile Darkness.
Oh, fuck's sake!
Book of Vile Darkness. Can Gideon do like an Arcana check? Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, go on.
Shillick's gonna
Think
do
he's
that
heard
as
of it.
well. That's right.
Yeah, you can do religion, you can do Arcana, or you could do history. What's everyone got?
Gideon 27, Chinook 15. Nobody else has rolled.
Oops.
Oh,
Scrimshaw
Scrimshaw 26.
20.
Very nice. Suppose
How do you spell it? But Vaal.
Yeah,
Vile.
vile, yeah.
wasn't it VIL? Yeah, yeah. That's what I see doors.
Oh right.
Not vile, like in PoE.
Oh, not like a. I'm sorry, not like a vile. Yeah, yeah. So Gideon and Scrimshaw. Gideon, you've heard of this from your research into necromantic magic over your period of researching. It harkens back to a memory you had of going into the restricted area of the library in the School of Magic in Eshmallen, where multiple people had referenced this tome written by some lich long ago, long before Septus, long before Neruzatar, whose name has just gone unremembered through time. But the book, it said, was had certain rituals within it that were almost the sort of foundational tomes of lichdom, and the sort of evil magics and rituals that a wizard who wants to become immortal and powerful and rule with an iron fist would want. Scrimshaw, you remember something deep within your spirit, locked away in the memories. As Erin says that, there's like a flashback that you have, breaking through the bounds you put on yourself, of something about Shander. Something about something he was researching when you knew him. There was always pages. There was always parts of his writings that were in his desk. They always made reference to this book. You can't quite place what he said or did about them, but there was something that definitely ties Shander with that.
I know that name. Shander's been looking for this book for a long time.
This is
Well-
Shander we're talking about. A fucking creep.
Now he's gonna become a lich.
N-
That's-
No. That doesn't fit. Everything he's done, he caused cataclysms, he annihilated worlds, he killed so many innocent people. He never did it to advance his own personal power, he never did it to become a lich, he never did it to become this or that, he did it because of the fucking woman that rejected him. That's the reason he made Scrimshaw and Tail. He bound her soul to their bodies.
But now he comes towards the end of his natural life. Well, maybe, if that is even true.
I mean, he was trapped in hell. As we all know, time in the Feywild moves so much more differently than it does here. And on top of that, he's an elf with who knows what arcane magics he's got ongoing with his body, and whatever armistice forced upon him to exacerbate his torture.
Aaron says, I couldn't even open the book without feeling like I was going to go mad.
If that's the case, surely that book exudes a vast amount of magical energy and kind of. If there's a way that we can, I don't know, create a beacon to detect necrotic or fell energy, we might be able to pick up where he is, as long as it's on his plane.
That's a possibility.
Can Shunnock insight check Gideon?
Yeah, go on.
He wants to. He wants to kind of know if there's any like looks Gideon is giving to like, you know, look a bit more desperate to get this than his appearance is giving off.
Yeah, making it such.
Okay.
I mean, as far as you can tell, no.
Okay.
So, yeah, Aaron says, I never meant to hold on to it for so long. It was just something that, even removing it from that box was painful.
Do we know how to destroy it?
You can't destroy something that evil. You can only hide it.
And then we need to find somewhere good to hide it after we destroy Shanda. This place is compromised.
Dayplane?
That relies on you, Scrimshaw.
No offense, pal, but when you get your memories back, I'm not so certain you'll be necessarily on the same page as you are now.
We can't take that chance. We need to find somewhere you won't know about it.
Alright, should we have a break there?
Sure.
Cool.
I need to
Alright, come back in 15 minutes.
Right.
Cool. Cheers.
See you in a little
Gonna-
bit, Russian
yeah.
spammos.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back.
If anyone knows how to stop glasses from getting dirty, then
Please,
leave a
leave
comment down
comments.
below.
Yeah, leave a comment down
Thank
below.
you.
We'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
I only wear
so-
them when I'm on my computer.
Tweet hashtag clean lenses. Hashtag Legend
to
Rising.
our non-active Twitter account. All right, so just before the break, you had saved Illyriel. Then you managed to get enough diamonds to bring Aaron back. Quite a large amount of money spent on that. And then you realized that Halcyon had somehow, by some strange, mysterious circumstances, been doubled in some mysterious way. It's quite hard, you know. It's hard to place it. Scrimshaw, you're pretty sure that you didn't notice anything off about that Halcyon.
There's just
But-
1 million Halcyon clones.
You
just walking around
teleported
all
back after Aaron had scryed, noticing that Aeron and apparently some minions of Aeron had stolen from her biggest, well, one of her biggest secrets, the fact that she had kept a book, an ancient book called the Book of Vile Darkness, hidden in a magical lockbox in her tower. Must have been the location of which must have been thingied by Bet. And you went and saved her. So Bet now sort of begins stirring on the bed. She opens her eyes and says, "Oh, I have a terrible headache."
Hey, Bet.
Oh, who are you? Oh, Shinnok. Hi.
Yeah, he's a bit
Hi.
he's a bit gaunter than normal. What do you remember?
Everything's so foggy. She looks over and sees Aaron and Lyriel. So that was a dream then.
No.
No, we fixed it.
Right. So if that wasn't a dream, then she looks over at sort of the bed, which is like covered in bile, vomit, foam from her mouth, blood. She puts her hand onto the sort of hole in her chest where a scar has sort of like covered up the wound through healing magic. She says, "Oh, it was Aaron. He was here."
Did he have anyone with him?
Yeah. Magisters, a couple of them.
Magisters.
Yeah.
Any you recommend?
Shinnok just kind of looks down at the ground, like his eyes are kind of wide. How long has Aaron been back? Like, here, like, time period.
Like a couple of a day, maybe?
And you mentioned he had magisters. Do you remember how many there were?
Oh, well, everything's kind of spinning at the moment. I'm seeing double, so.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm sorry.
there was a couple of magisters, I'm pretty sure. They were from Lavar. He also
So he's
had.
been here a day.
There was also someone else with him.
Someone else? Do you remember anything about him? Or her, or them?
I thought it was Halcyon. But no, it was. It seemed to shapeshift or something.
So, Shanda's been here for a day, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, and he's got magisters and a shapeshifter.
I don't know, I can
Shanda's been planning this.
see.
How the hell did he get magisters from Navarre on his side, like so
That's-
quickly?
That's what I mean.
It must have been that there's some kind of like, I don't know, some weird worship cult of his that's been brewing around in there for the past
Exactly.
years.
He must have had something going on for quite a while. At least after he disappeared, maybe before, as we know from the other visions relating to Shanda, he was working with Magisters.
Aaron says, wait, didn't Pietro used to work with Magisters? Maybe Shanda introduced them to him.
Well, that's not surprising, but we knew that
Doppelgangers.
Chandler and Pietro had worked together. For your information, Aaron, we met them both in Astragol's realm.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, and yeah, we know that those two got into bed each other, so likely that could have happened there, right?
Right, but Shanda said something about Pietro betrayed him.
If you were a shapeshifter, I should have been able to see. I should have been able to tell.
Unless they were using magic to cloak themselves.
Something seems strange. Scrimshaw, how sure can you be that everything that you see is 100%? You know that's
Well,
well.
I mean, no
Shanda
magic
made
is
you, right?
no magic is perfect, right?
Shanda made you, right? Is it possible that he could create something that could bypass your abilities?
Maybe.
Oh, we are in deep shit.
I agree. And
That's one word for it. Well, one sentence for it.
I think we need to do a few things then, right? I mentioned earlier, but it would be useful if we started warning people at the very least there and Chandra's wandering around. I don't think that needs all of us, though.
We can send messages to all the most important people: Zoltar, Wolfram, my father, all the High Lords, Gothric. Yes,
What about the council session?
I can send a message for that. It is booked. But I'm not sure if it's safe to go or to have it.
And
Shanda
Min-
knows. Shanda knows that I booked it, right?
Having
That's
all the
right.
most important people in the world in one place.
Having in one place.
Yeah.
That wasn't a laugh. Reassured by Gideon. Oh man. Maybe we should do a virtual gathering.
Session.
I didn't want to use that word. Yeah, maybe we could do some kind of virtual session, or I don't know why virtual. I guess that's not a word really. Anyway, or we need to, I don't know. Like I said, maybe try and find a way to detect large outbursts of felonocrotic magic.
Erin gets up and starts looking through. She runs downstairs.
Look, necrotic damage is a remarkably universal form of spell damage. We could be chasing echoes of thousands of rituals before we find him.
It's not about the damage. I don't think that's what the ritual we would be detecting would be. It would be, I mean, come on, like this book is thousands of years old. It's precedent, effectively, for what it means to be a lich and for all sorts of stuff. I mean, that kind of stuff doesn't just resonate in the same way. You know, your mortician might dabble with it on a Sunday evening.
Erin comes
you've
back
got-
in with a big book in her hands, and she sets it down on the bed.
Like, the Book of Even Viola.
Yeah. The Book of Glorious Goodness. It's the only thing that can defeat it. No, she sets it down. She starts riffling through the pages and says, "I think I read something about making something that can boost the power of spells. She's
Okay.
like riffling through the pages, and she's here it is. It's an invention by the gnomes. Yeah. So if we can get hold of one of these, I should be able to cast locate objects, and it should multiply its distance by scores. at
Brilliant.
least.
What do we need?
Maybe Sax will know where to get one.
What is it?
It's a spell magnification device. It doesn't really have a name.
Oh, fine. Cool. Zax. Where would he be, right? Oristas. Sorry, Oravisi, right?
Oravisi, that's the last time we saw him.
Oh, great. We'll just go there, I guess.
Aaron said just a message sending. Sax, this is super important. Listen carefully. Do you know where I can get a spell magnification device? Sort of waits around for a second. I think he'll probably reply soon. Okay. Thank you, Sax. He says that his house in Lucenia has one.
Go to Lusania.
What's the quickest way to Lasenia?
Teleport.
Teleport. I have the circle.
Fantastic. And getting back, we're all good for that, yeah?
I mean,
I can.
Maybe one of us should, or a couple of us should stay here, just in case, and then can warn everyone else if he comes back.
I think
I
we should
think-
stay as a group.
I can't vouch for my abilities, is the issue, and I don't want to slow you all down.
I think it's safer if we all stick together.
But what about there's other things here. What if he's...
Nothing on. If he wanted anything else, he would have taken it. I'm sure. It seems that he just came for that. Nothing else has been taken.
As long as Bet comes with us. I don't want
Excellent.
anyone left here.
Yeah, fine. I like Lucenia anyway.
Alright, but let's make this quick.
Aaron says, I can cast another teleport.
I can
Okay.
do a circle if you want to preserve.
Keep your circle for the way back.
Okay.
I mean, we could always... Hold on, we could just cast the spell when we're in Lasenia, right? Do we need to be here for it?
No,
No.
this is the teleportation circle or teleport spell to get there.
Yeah, she says, I can teleport us there. It's fine. Oh, I didn't really. This is not the day I expected. Hold on to everything, everyone. And her eyes go white again as crackles of arcane magic shoots out. As you are teleported to a back street on Lucenia. One of many gnomish teleportation circles that are scattered around the city. Just you see that the sort of houses are not like the same design as you would see in the free cities. They're a lot more blocky, like with rounded corners and very colourful roofs. A lot of the houses have like 3 or 4 chimneys that seem to all like have different coloured smoke coming out of them. A few gnomes just sort of spot everyone turn up, and Erin waves her hand, and a few of them say, "Oh, hi, Erin." She says, "Hi." Sax's house is around here, and she reaches into her bag of holding and pulls out a large collection of keys, and she just goes through one. Here it is, and she opens one of the doors.
A very convenient amount of keys you got there.
Yeah, I have one for your house as well.
Oh, brilliant. Makes me feel much better.
I mean,
Do you think
yeah,
a key
she
would
was,
stop me
uh,
getting in?
No, I know. I just
It would have
Curious.
been nice to have known first.
I mean, Aaron was responsible for the circle in our basement.
Oh yeah, that's. Wait, no, I wasn't around. I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, that was Aaron's gift.
Okay.
All right, so you open up the door and go in, and you see just boxes and boxes and boxes of just like half-packed, hoarded trash everywhere.
Oh God.
Can we locate object on the object that we need to locate the object?
Sure. I mean, I only know the sort of drawing in the book, but I suppose she focuses and says, "Yeah, I'm kind of getting it around here." And she points to one of the far corners of the room. There's like 3 or 4 boxes, just filled with magical, like random trinkets.
See, for
I
these
don't want to
purposes,
upturn these.
for these purposes, honestly, I think locate object might be one of the most useful spells to actually exist like in real life. Like you've lost
Yeah,
some,
I know,
it's
right?
you know it's somewhere in the house. You're not sure
You don't
where.
need to locate object when you have me.
What happens if he loses you?
That's true.
Then I
Richard,
need locate person.
He has a
find
priest.
anything.
Just
You're
because
gonna
she's a
locate-
woman.
Uh-huh.
Alright,
there.
okay.
Go
God,
for it.
Mike.
So going over to the box, there's a whole bunch of just like half-made grenades, a few actually made grenades in there, ammo, half-constructed weapons, tools. There seems to be some sort of like double-ended hammer that has like 2 heads on one side and 1 head on another. That has like a button on it, and when you press it, they both start jolting around like weirdly.
This might be a special gnomish toy. Let's put this down.
Roxanne, sort of standing around, you get a glimpse of something very shiny in the far corner of the room. It sort of glints off the light.
Shiny.
Having a look in the box, it's this. Seems to be like an axe head. Weirdly, it's an axe head from the Frostblue Peaks. You recognise these sort of like runes on it,
Oh, no way. How did this get here?
and it's been put on this sort of weird mechanical arm. It's like an arm. It's like a humanoid arm, like a skeletal arm, but made out of brass. But where the fingers are, they've sort of all like been welded together on, and then the axe head has sort of been put on it.
Oh. Interesting. I think I'll keep this.
Just like put it in your bag.
I'll keep
Just
that.
cut off in case you lose an arm.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it's made of the metal from the Frostblue Peaks that you're familiar with. But Erin sort of begins digging through the box that she thinks the thing is in, and she sort of gets frustrated and just empties the box. And there's at the bottom of it, there's big, like maybe 3 foot in diameter, silver sort of. It looks like a globe with a whole bunch of like metal pins stuck into it. It rolls onto the floor. She picks it up and says, "I think this is it."
Okay. How does it work?
God knows how I actually use it, but maybe I just focus.
Can
So
I
the
help?
book says that it should make it so that if I'm casting a spell like Locate Object, it should work within 1,000 miles.
Wow.
But I'm not sure whether Lucenio is too far away now.
We can try it in multiple places.
It might be.
We could. How accurate's the lock? Once we find it.
I'll have a pretty solid knowledge of the sort of area it'll be in.
Okay.
Well, I think Erstwald's pretty central to the continent, right?
What could we get? Let's have a look.
I'll know the direction at least.
1,000 miles.
So we might have to do some triangulating.
That's fine.
How many spells do we have?
No, not a lot.
I think we need to take a rest. I know no one wants to slow down, but
I think we do. I'd agree with Morna here.
Yeah, I mean, Roxanne, you're still pretty
Yeah.
pretty messed up.
And
I
the
think
Shinook's-
it's
more-
gonna take.
Chinook's,
I think it's gonna take a fair few days to recover from.
Yeah,
Well-
the longer we wait, the more I can be actually useful.
I suppose I can use this over the next couple of days to more accurately triangulate the area. I
If I
still
spend...
have.
Oh, sorry.
I still have teleportation circles, so I can do 3 or 4 today. No, I can do 3 today.
I can help with that. I can do quite a few. I can do 4, and then give me an hour, and I can do another 4.
I can
And
do a
rinse
few
and
as well.
repeat.
If we try and keep moving, Aaron's not going to be able to know where we are before we turn up. So that will reduce the chances of us being ambushed.
But we need to take a rest before we turn up.
But we I'm not planning on turning up to Aaron. I just want to know the location of where it currently is.
Okay.
How many
So-
safe houses can we move between over the next couple of days? while
There's
we rest?
There's this one. There's Ersterwald. There's Port Delron. We could go to Oravisi.
I just need 3 days.
Where would you feel more comfortable resting?
Stay here. There's no way Chandra would know. We need to set up some kind of lead line enclosure here each time we get to somewhere to make sure we can't be scryed on. I can do an
What about your secret place, Gideon?
we could go there. I hope I can actually. Would Gideon know if you could be scryed within there?
Make an Arcana check. You don't think so?
Maybe we could have the door so there was like.
If you close the door, I'll roll it. So if you close the door, you can't be scried whilst
Okay.
because it's a high level spell. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Re-
well,
level
regular
spells can stop people from scrying.
and
we can,
regular
um,
scrying requires the same plane of existence as well. So I don't know.
Right, yeah.
I don't know how that functions with like demi-plane stuff.
We can stay
Yeah,
in
I'd say it
mine.
doesn't.
We can stay in Chinook's. I don't mind, but that sounds like a good idea. Maybe we can set up the doors in each. Well, we can move between places each day, but we
Yeah.
should be safe in these areas.
If I have 3 days of doing nothing, I should be able to just be fine.
Okay, in that case, let's go to the Chronosphere. And Aaron, there should be plenty of books around. Might be useful for this. I'm able to find some stuff on it.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'll be able to use teleport to move around even faster rather than teleportation circles. All I need to do is use this, get a reading, plot the location on a map, and then return.
Okay. In that case, and then Gideon, I assume we start here for tonight. What's the time?
It's getting on a bit.
Okay. Gideon's gonna cast Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion using his level 9 spell slot.
Okay.
And yeah, the kind of familiar door, I guess, kind of appears against one of the walls. He says, "After you."
Thank you. Aaron, Illyriel, and Bet enter. And then everyone else follows.
I assume so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once we're in, Gideon is the last one in, and he closes the door behind him.
You see Master Mazad. You hear Master Mazad whistling, like a quite happy tune.
Good evening, Master. Sorry,
Looking around one of the corners, you see him sort of in an apron, in like a bit of the sort of kitchen area, like preparing some food, and he says, "Oh, you're back. Hello.
Hello.
Everything? Was everything okay then?"
pretty terrible. But we're going to be holding out in here over the next few days. I hope that's okay. I can fill you in a bit later on what's going on specifically.
Aaron, Illyriel, and Bet sort of like walk in, and Master Mazad says, "Ah, Aaron Kessera. Yes, we met once. Where was it? Oh, it was in Eshmelin, of course." And Aaron says, "Oh, hi. I don't quite remember you. But, I'm sorry." And he says, "No offense taken. Ezekiel Mazad. At your service. I was one of the tenured professors in Eshmelin when you came and visited the school where Gideon ended up learning." And Aaron says, "Brilliant. Well, I'm a person. I'm a magister, I guess."
Miss Mazad, if you don't mind, she's just been killed, and you know, that should give her some time.
Right, of course. I did see that. It's always hard what to say to someone who's just been killed. Is anyone hungry? I've made something.
What have
Yeah?
you made?
Look over and it's sort of like quite burnt looking food.
We'll that's really kind of you, Master. We'll tuck into it when we get the chance.
Do you know any special spells to lessen the negative side effects of the wish spell? Perhaps anything like a, I don't know, like a soup or something.
You want me to make a soup that will help you lessen the negative effects of the wish spell?
I don't know, something.
Nothing beats good old rest.
And time travel.
And time travel. Which, actually, to be fair, I should be resting as well. But my mind is racing. I've seen so many different possibilities and futures that I can't get them out of my head, so I have to keep myself busy.
How are you holding up after that?
What's that, Gideon?
How are you holding up? I mean, obviously.
Oh, ooh. He sort of like stares off in the distance a little bit as he's sort of like trying to work out how he's doing. I think I'm fine. There's only so many universes that you ponder before your brain starts to hurt. Hmm?
Yeah, Again, I'm sorry for all that.
It's just more my fault than yours, son. But I have to say, I feel like I've lost something. I don't feel quite. I don't know. Quite the man I was before. It didn't feel like something I've come out better for.
We all know the risks with this type of stuff.
Well, all of you, make yourself at home, I suppose. More food for me. He goes over to the bowl of sort of like burnt vegetables and begins biting into it, and you hear like this crunch as he sort of like makes a quite strange face, and he says, "Oh, I never was one for cooking."
No.
Potions? I'm gonna do them.
Really? What kind of potions? Can you
Well,
make me one?
love potions, health potions, speed potions, all sort of
Isn't-
normal ones.
Isn't a love potion kind of?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Love potions and spells are kind of gross.
I mean, yeah, but it's like the first thing potion makers learn to make, right? It's a
Think
cliche.
about what you could do with those types of potions. I mean, you could do so much, good in the long term.
I mean, it kind of strays a bit far into Shanda territory.
Well,
To be fair, we do have spells that literally kill people, so
I mean,
Hey, listen. Right. Love potions are very expensive, so only the most rich and crazy people would ever even try and buy one. And half the time they don't even work anyway. Seems worth it to me.
I agree.
I don't know. I think any form of knowledge relating to them should be burnt forever.
Well, you lack
suppose it may-
ambition
I
though,
suppose-
sometimes.
What
Oh, I have plenty of ambition. I just don't think that ambition should involve twisting the emotions of someone against their will.
Well, who's to say it is against someone's will?
Yeah.
What if someone's fallen out of love with their partner, but they wish to reclaim that spark they once had, and
And
They
how
seek
many
it by a
people are
thorough
like
potion.
Shander and would use that to coerce someone?
Hey, listen, people make weapons and guns. They don't think about what people are going to do with them.
Maybe they should.
Sure, you always surprise me with how in tune you are with emotions and emotion intelligence sometimes. Just makes me laugh sometimes.
Well, if
That's
you
a
want...
very concerning statement, Gideon. we need to have a talk about that. That is... Wow, you need a therapist, my friend.
Master Mazad goes up to you, Morna, and says, well, do you want to know how love potion's made?
Oh no, I was wondering about your other potions. I just wondered if you had any cool ones, but love potions ain't cool.
They're not cool.
No.
Yeah, fair. Well, you don't have anyone that you'd wanna give one to, eh?
Nope, don't need it.
Oh, I'll get you. Right, fair. Well, if you ever
Imagine
get any,
Oh my god, should I give one to like Aaron or something?
Imagine. Who wants a hero?
Home
He
wrecker.
just falls madly in love with me.
It's
Well, I won't tell you how to
so
make
like
them.
the filler episode where it's like hijinks involving the love potion where it accidentally goes into the wrong person's drink.
Oh no.
yeah, it goes
I'm
into
pretty
Balor. Balor's drink.
sure- goes into fucking Massamantha's drink.
Oh,
By-
yeah.
by an
No,
alchemist.
Massamantha's gone, isn't it?
And
gonna
the first one she sees is Clive, and
It goes into Mazan's drink.
Well, it's been a long time. I said I knew how to make potions. I don't have the stuff for it here. I'm sorry.
God.
But you know, you ever want any recipes? Come give me a shout.
Yeah.
And he goes off and sort of just like chomps at the blackened pieces of vegetables that he's like burnt. Aaron says, he is a bit of a character, isn't he?
Yeah. Aaron, how do you feel about love potions? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I think Scrimshaw said that there are some reasonable things with them, I guess.
Wizards.
But
Okay.
do you feel strange about it though?
It just feels gross to me. It just sounds gross.
What about you, Roxon? Would you ever use a love potion?
I have no need for love.
Is that because you don't want it, or because you have too much of it?
No, I don't need it.
Fair. I wish more people were like that.
Yeah.
Elira was like, huh?
what about a love potion for people that have too much love?
What about see, the only kind of love potion I like are self-love potions. Those are okay.
I'm sure Master
Self-love-
Mazad can cook you up one of those if you want. Aaron says, Gideon.
Yeah.
I do remember Master Mazad now. He definitely wasn't that chipper before.
He's particularly eccentric. I could never quite figure him out myself. Why? Why do you say?
Well, just if what you said was true, and he has been messing with time, that could do a lot on the old noggin.
He's been
Also,
messing
I
around.
did kill him.
That's true. But he's been messing around with time for a good number of years. At least since I've met him. He was kind of renowned in the college for being, you know, a kind of weird, I don't know, recluse. People kind of ignored him. They didn't take it seriously. The idea of time magic, I mean, that's
Well,
the application.
chronomancy is a new field. It's very difficult to make new ground without breaking a few eggs.
And I think he's fully aware of that, and quite frankly, I feel the same way. If that's what it takes, then
I think
Right.
he's made a few omelets in his time.
yeah, maybe now's not the time.
Well, as long as you're careful, Gideon. I know
Yeah.
that you feel that there's always something new to be learned, but
Well, he saved my life, and I owe him that. I owe him a lot. I was blind, and I didn't fully see the consequences of my action, and he kind of shows Aaron his arm. And he showed me a better way. And for that, I'm willing to overlook a lot.
what did he do to you?
He didn't do anything. It was what I did to myself more than anything else. I got greedy. I desired power.
Oh, Gideon.
There was a book. Neruzatar wrote it, and it was set up in Nexendur. Hidden. I found it, and I was trying to retrieve it, and this happened to my arm. Luckily, Mazab was nearby. He was following me, and as a result, he managed to freeze, along with some help, Rainleaf, I'm sure you know that, to freeze the progress of the fell up my arm. That's what this does. God knows what happened if either it broke or I started dabbling in that magic again. But I'm clean since then.
I did worry about that when we went off to Eshbalin. I did worry that your desire for those sort of knowledges might. I don't know. I guess I saw a lot of me in you, and I knew that when I had those aspirations.
How did you get past it? Oh,
Well, I was forced out of the Arcanum.
so it still lingers in you. That desire, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. It does in all wizards. It's a constant struggle. The easy way is the most forbidden of magics. It's the reason why I hadn't told anyone about the Book of Vile Darkness.
Well, I would have understood. Take it from me. Although, at that time, I might have tried to use it myself. Maybe not anymore.
Well, I used it as a reminder of how far I'd come. That I didn't need it. But when you are in that deep of a hole, even building the lockbox for it was a lot. Took a lot out of me.
Yeah.
It was one of the only things I took from Lavar.
Well, I look forward to finding you again.
I'm going to do everything I can to get rid of it.
I'll help you as much as I can.
I hope there's a way of destroying it. But I don't believe it. These things tend to linger. Illyriel sort of sits down next to you, Roxanne and Morna, and says, "Oh, what a horrible day this has been."
Tell me about it.
Yep.
I died.
Same.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait,
No, we both
how
died.
did you die?
Oh, long story. Astral plane. My tether got cut. Bizarre situation. Really. There was a talking rabbit as well. I'm not sure if I imagined the rabbit. There was a rabbit. I wonder if I can get the rabbit to reappear. Now, out to the astral plane. It's the
How?
rabbit. It's the rabbit.
You're right.
Oh my God.
You look over on one of the sort of sofas. There is a rabbit sat there.
See, there's a rabbit there, isn't there?
Do we see it?
Yeah, you do see it.
There's a rabbit.
Yeah.
Why are you following me?
You asked for me.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Do you
Why
want a
did you
carrot?
come? Why are you so interested in, when I summon you, you come?
Well, it's the most entertainment I've had in quite a while, eh?
No, so you liked watching me die, did you?
I don't relish it, but I've seen millions of people die.
Who are you? 'Cause you're not just a rabbit.
Name's Boyd.
Boyd. What do you do, Boyd? What's your story?
Can I have your name in writing, please? Thank you.
I think that's how you spell it.
Cool.
I mean, I didn't give myself that name, so it was my parents. But, well, what's my story?
Yeah.
It's quite boring. I haven't done anything for about, well, quite a while.
Right. So you've just suddenly come back into existence.
It's quite hard to tell, really. I tend to just flit in and out of existence when I feel like it.
Right. So you're not real, or you are real?
I'm as real as you are.
I see.
You
Okay.
should be asking yourself that question.
I think I'm real. I mean, I did die, so maybe this is... Maybe I'm still dead?
Are
I'm
the
still
rest of
dead.
us hearing this?
You also are like watching over in horror. at this.
Can,
Am I dead?
does the rabbit
Still
look?
dead?
Does the rabbit just look like a rabbit?
Yeah, it's like a fluffy, white, pointy-eared
It's not-
rabbit. As it talks, its mouth sort of just like opens and closes, sort of like as a rabbit would when it's eating something.
So like a kind
It's
of
not even
like,
like-
a dub of like a
It's like-
Japanese anime or something like that.
It's like in films when they put peanut butter on the roof of animal's mouth, so it looks like it's talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Can,
exactly.
can Shanuk like do a little thing to like see if it seems kind of fake? Because like this is just reeking of Fae stuff to him.
Can
Yeah, make a religion check.
can I use
Okay.
divine sense?
Yeah, you are using divine sense on it, aren't you?
Oh no, that's witch sight.
Oh, witch sight. Yeah. With your witch sight, it's very strange actually. Looking at it, you have to really focus on it. Like, it looks like a rabbit to you, and in every sort of discernible sense, it is a rabbit. But your witch sight is sort of like peering slightly below the surface, and there is just like a mass of energy just whirling within it.
We found God, guys. We found the one true God that created everything.
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a not. It's absolutely flatly neutral.
No, doesn't have a creature type.
No.
Huh.
We found God.
So, excuse me, Boyd.
Anyway, as I was talking to the rabbit, yes, tell me about yourself, Boyd. Well, so you just come in and out of existence.
Yeah. It's mostly what I do.
So are you always watching us?
Depends what you mean by you. I guess, in a sense, I am. Kind of always watching everyone, really.
Always watching everyone. How?
Are you watching Shanda?
I can do.
Oh my god. You could tell us where they are.
I could.
Exactly.
Will you?
Nope.
Ah,
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why not?
some kind of ethical code?
There's rules to these things, right? I can't
Right.
tell you that much, otherwise.
According to who?
What if we
Boom.
what if we get you some
Listen.
carrots?
Yeah, good try, Scrimshaw. According to, let's put it this way: a lot of people will be very mad if I tell you things.
What kind of people? Gods?
Think higher than that.
Are they swirling?
I can't physically as a mortal.
Are they just masses of energy like you?
Well, you're a massive energy too.
Okay, so how are you different to Scrimshaw? Like what?
I never claimed to be different to Scrimshaw.
Okay, but these things that are higher than gods, we're not gods. We're not higher than gods. How are they different to us?
They're the ones who make the rules. I'm sorry, I don't get to decide that.
And you're not allowed to tell us who they are.
Depends what you mean by allowed. If I tell you, things will go bad. People will be upset.
And
I've
when they
been-
get upset, is this eradicate whole things from existence, or they'll just frown for a little bit?
I mean,
Is-
they're one
is-
and the same.
Is this kind of like how in those like time-based time travel novels where someone like goes back, if you like you get your information because you're from the future, but if you like use that information, then it changes the past and then you don't know that information anymore.
Aaron,
Yeah. And she's like over sort of talking to Illyriel.
did you like sneak mushrooms into my drink or something? I think we're all tripping here. There's a rabbit, and it's a cosmic uber deity.
She walks over and looks at the rabbit and says, "Huh?" And the rabbit goes, "Hey yourself!" And she's like, "Huh?" Listen, a lot of people are going to be upset, but I quite like you guys. You've done quite a lot. I can tell you a few things.
Okay. What kind of things are you going to tell us? Do we need to ask you what they are?
Well, I mean, I could just start talking, and if existence gets erased, then we'll know, won't we?
Oh, no.
To be honest, at this point, I think that might be a risk we're willing to take.
You know
I'm just,
what?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
There's like 20 different things that'll probably erase existence within the next 5 minutes, so why not?
I'll give you all one question.
I'll go last.
You get one question. If it's something that, just think. If it's something that you probably shouldn't know, I won't tell you.
So is it like one question for the whole group, or just one question each?
One question each. I'm feeling generous.
Okay, I'll go last.
Alternatively, you can have something if you don't want a question.
What kind of things can we have?
It's my choice.
So, mystery.
It's the Mr. Burns joke.
So it's like a-
name with the mystery box.
It's the shit mystery.
Gideon, you've now been like you walked over and seen the commotion as well.
Oh, hello again.
Hiya.
Yeah, I'm just gonna carry on walking.
All right. Well, mysterious cosmic bunny here. Go on, walk. I'm sure it's not the weirdest thing we've seen today.
I'm looking for a book anyway, and just kind of walk some.
Third row on the left.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to imagine like Gideon's in a monologue. It's like shit. What
All
the
right, Scrimshaw.
fuck?
What's your question?
You said if it's something I'm not supposed to know, then you won't tell me.
No, but if it's something that your destiny is to know, I'll either tell you the answer or I'll tell you how to get it. Listen, I don't make the rules, all right? The people upstairs, they've decided this is fine.
I'm trying to think.
All right, what about you, Roxanne? He's taking the time.
I don't know, whatever they want to say.
Is that
You
your
only
question?
get one question, Roxanne.
I'll pass my question.
Okay.
Ooh.
How do we destroy the planet born dead?
Ah, good question. Well, for that, you're gonna have to seek the prophet of all things. He knows. He'll tell
Fucking
you.
knew it.
Okay, so we can go kind of big on the questions. Is the answer to anything big just going to be the? Oh wait, actually, wait, no,
ask
this will
him my
no, this will count as my question. I have a feeling that anything big is just going to have that same answer.
It's the dice you roll.
But then this bunny is bigger than the prophet of all things.
I
I
also
would
d-
personally say.
I mean, to be fair, I already know the questions that you're going to ask.
Oh, of course you
Wait, so-
fucking do.
Ah, but if I ask what question I'm going to ask, then that is my question.
You just sort of have to vocalize it. I already know the answer.
Are you just saying that to fuck with us?
No, I know everything that's going to happen and has happened, and I exist on multiple different spatial dimensions.
Oh, that's... Oh!
Well, so do we, right? Up, down, left, right.
Yeah, I exist on at least 70.
I could have just asked if we were gonna survive this.
You've already asked your question.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. I'm angry that I didn't ask that.
You know what? I'd like the mystery box.
Exciting. Alright, what about you, Mona?
I don't have a question.
Wow, not very often a cosmic bunny comes and gives you one question, and all of you don't like it. Well, how about that? You
Am
all
I
get your
gonna-
mystery boxes.
Am I gonna have to kill one of my friends?
Is that your question?
That's my question.
Yeah. One day.
I mean, you already have killed me.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
Yeah, name one of us you haven't killed. Oh wait, there's me. You haven't killed me yet.
You haven't killed Gideon.
Please don't kill me. I
Wait,
quite enjoy being alive.
If you kill Scrimshaw, does Scrimshaw kill you?
Right, well, I think that's all the questions. Unless Aaron, Illyriel, you want any?
Sudarin was with me,
Mazad?
right?
Aaron and Illyriel are just staring in shock, just like looking at each other.
Is
Nah,
Mazad around? Does Mazad want to ask anything?
He's in the kitchen whistling.
Oi, Mazad! There's a cosmic bunny that's allowing us any form of question to ask the cosmic universe. You might want to come in.
Wow.
Gideon
Actually,
Fox is
Mr.
dead around.
Miss Boyd or Mr. Bunny. Actually, rather than a question, what kind of powers do you have? Because I'm feeling kind of tired since I got brought back from the dead. So just might try my arm here. You make me not tired.
Yeah, some sleep will do that.
Well, it's worth a try.
Mazad comes through, like, wiping his hands on his apron. And says, what was that, Chinook?
Cosmic bunny.
Ah. Oh, it's you.
What the fuck do you mean it's you? Have you met this person before?
Boy says, hi, Mazad. He says, hi.
Ah, of fucking course. Fucking wizards. Fucking wizards.
Well, Mazad's already had his question. Sorry.
Gideon, hearing what Scrimshaw, Chinook said, pops his head around the corner and says, somebody said something about a question.
Yeah, I did. Multiple times.
Well, I was busy, and you know how it is sometimes. Things on the mind, but this question, if it's still open, wouldn't mind a shot myself.
Hit me, big boy.
Now, you probably all would expect some kind of... who are my parents?
Good question. This is exciting. He like rubs his little buddy paws together.
I hate that.
Oh, that's so
absolutely hate
cute.
Is this something you really want to know? He like looks at you.
Well,
I'm not his parent, am I?
I wish that was true, Roxanne.
Is that your question, Roxanne?
No. No, I think I know the answer to that one, but no.
I guess you'd expect me to ask something about how the nature of reality, right? But I think it's boring if I find those answers for myself. But this type of question, I don't know. I never tried to figure out myself. But
Fine.
it
If
would
you
be
want to know. He hops over to you.
Okay. You're just gonna sit there and
He
look at me?
whispers in your ear. Right, I'm off. See ya.
Wait, hang on. I do have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Will I be king one day?
Who says you're not already?
What?
Roxanne, you can be whatever you want to be.
Oh, no, I meant like, am I actually going to be coronated as a king?
No. Bye.
Oh, well, that's kind of a bummer.
You look around and he disappears.
Where's
Well,
my
shit.
where's my thing?
What thing?
My mystery
Oh,
my
yeah,
mystery box.
Oh, he's gone.
You don't have it yet.
Maybe he'll come in the post.
It'll come when you need it.
Huh.
So Gideon, you're sort of like as he whispered into your ear, he disappears. Scrimshaw, you notice sort of at some point during the night on your bed, on your pillow, it's a little box with a question mark on it.
I will
Little-
open the box.
Hang on, I'm just replying to Gideon. All right, so you open up the box. Inside, there's a little sort of. It seems like a badge with with a rune on it. Like the rune on it is sort of like dwarven rune. It seems to have like a frosty white metal, sort of like tint to it, and it sort of shines a bit blue in the light. You sort of pick it up and have a look at it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll inspect it, see if I can ascertain what it is, what it does.
Yeah, what you doing? Just doing an inspection.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of feel it out, feel if it's magical.
Make an investigation check.
16.
You sort of like look around a little bit, and then your thumb presses down on some like hidden button on it, and as it does, like a little key clicks out, click, and it turns out the badge is like the sort of end of a key.
So I have a key to something.
Erin says, "Am I going crazy, or did that just happen?"
No, that happened.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
going on?
I've got a
I
key.
don't
I've got a
fucking
key.
know. You got a key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on a chain round your neck so you don't lose it. It's probably going to be important.
Unless someone steals the key.
Why would you steal a key for something you don't know where it goes?
That's a good point. Unless someone else that we do know knows more about it than we do.
I'm willing to bet that's not a problem. I mean, put it around you. It's fine.
Can we tell that the rune is dwarven?
Yeah,
No.
it's in Dwarvish. If anyone can read it,
Can anyone read? Can anyone read Dwarvish? Anyone?
Nope.
Comprehend language, but it's not prepared. Oh, it's a ritual class. Like a ritual
No.
class, comprehend language.
Might give us an idea as to what it means.
Why don't you leave this here for an hour or so, and I'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna go back to sleep. Good night, fuckheads. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to still.
All right, so you're
I'm
casting.
going to go back to sleep, but I'm not going to be an abusive cunt.
Sorry, Mona. I'm supposed to call it meditating.
Hey, before Roxanne goes to bed, Gideon gives a little shake. He kind of whispers, "Have you had a second?"
You don't have to whisper in my ear, but yes.
I want to show you something.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Does this look infected?
Um, just like takes him to like, I don't know, an area of it. There's like a table and a chair or something. And he sits down and he says, I'm pretty sure you're the only one who has a normal relationship with their parents. Or I'm sorry, that was a bit mean. Or did. You know what I mean?
Well, your first sentence was fine, but the second one kind of hurt. But carry on.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just processing a lot right now.
Right.
If you just found out, and I'm really not good with any of this stuff. I've always tried to hide in my mind and think too much about it. But if you just found out who your parents were, what would you do?
Well, that would entirely depend on who they are.
Well, I mean, does it matter?
A little bit, because if I find out that they're my arch nemesis, then that's a problem. If I find out they're my best friend, then that's also kind of a problem, but not as big of a problem. Do you want to tell me who your parents are?
Um, I mean, I can do. I'm not sure I'm totally ready, but I mean, it just.
Is it
Maybe-
somebody I'm going to be shocked that they're your parents?
I don't know.
Do I know them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Interesting.
maybe just keep it between us because I really don't know how to deal with these things very well, and it would be useful to have somebody who has a sensible outlook on these things in my corner.
Okay. Sure. Who are they?
Eston and Doreen Jafaris.
Oh. How do you feel about that?
I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I don't. I've heard things about how he wanted to, stop Naruzatar in Carnea.
Hmm.
But I don't really know the guy.
Well, no.
Or
I suppose finding out who they are has probably opened up more questions than you had before.
it has. And Doreen, I mean, I've never heard of her before. I tried to think what happened when Carnea fell.
Probably not worth thinking about right now. Maybe give yourself a couple of days to think about it.
Yeah,
Before
of
you
course.
make any decisions on what you're going to do.
I-
Besides, we have work here to do.
That's right. That's totally right. Let's yeah, once this is over, and I'm not dead, or in some form of death, I'll yeah, I'll do something about it. That's fine. Thank you. I'm sorry. It's a bit weird and random, and I just
That's quite all right. That's fine. I'm happy you confided in me.
um. Good night then.
Yeah. Good night. Try not to think about it too much.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Gideon just goes off to sleep with a book
Okay.
that he was looking for when earlier.
Yeah, sure. Or what's everyone else doing? Anything anyone wants to do?
Shunak is going to try and talk to Scrimshaw.
Scrimshaw will let him.
Hi, buddy.
Hey,
So, I feel like we need to have a conversation. And I feel like you probably already know what the conversation's going to be about. Right?
look. When the time comes, I'll be with us. Not him.
That's not what I'm asking.
What?
I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just... This isn't your fault. I I said some things when we were in the moment. I almost blamed you, but I don't. You need to know that. You had every single right to believe what you did. You're not who's at fault here. And I just want you to know that I at least don't blame you. And whatever you need while we deal with this, I'm here. I might be a little bit out of it for a few days, but just know you can always come to me about this. This can't be easy for you.
Thank you. I know that in a way this is like my fault, and I know it wasn't
It's
on
not.
purpose, but I should have known, or at least known not to trust him. I think I wanted so much for him to be redeemable
I think
that I ignored anything to the contrary.
we all want that. Like,
It won't happen
I
again.
didn't think Hakul would be redeemable. You knew what he was like. I didn't know if my mother was, and she turned out to be as against him as I was. Sometimes there are just things we want to believe and things we don't want to believe that just happen to be true. And acting out of something we want to be true, that's what everyone does, really, in the end. That's what kings have fought wars over. That's what kingdoms have fallen over. We all do what we want to be true, but whether or not it is never going to be apparent until it's done. I can't have you blaming yourself over this.
Can I ask you a favor?
You realized what happened. Okay.
It's people have hinted a few times. At some point I might change. If what I change into is a danger to this world, I need you to put
I
me
will.
I need you to put me down.
I will.
Thank you.
I
Could have hesitated for a moment, but I absolutely will. Don't you worry.
No, I don't mean it as I'm just raring to go. I mean this in the best possible way. Since I've heard about this, and since I've heard about what Shanda's done, what kind of person he was, I mean this in the best possible way. It's always been a worry of mine. And something I've had to think about. I mean, to the Scrimshaw I know, and who I see as a brother, for everything you stand for, everything you are. I will do everything in my power to ensure that what you need to happen, what you want to happen, happens.
Okay.
Anyway.
Get some sleep. You need it.
Yeah.
That's a way of saying it.
So that night, as you fall asleep, Chinook, the sort of restful sleep comes over you. Feels like you haven't slept in days. Just the weakness that you feel, your muscles shaking, just even like crawling into bed, through sort of almost exhaustion. Your mind keeps flashing back to that moment of using the wish. That constant reminder of that power, that strength that you managed to wield. That throbbing pain in your head as you harnessed the nature of the universe to bring someone back from the dead. Your mind hurts. It's almost like there are tightly wound strings deep within your brain, almost at the breaking point. And it feels like as your mind keeps going back over and over and over that moment, that sort of desire, that strange pulling to use that power for other purposes keeps coming to you. You managed to resist it before. You managed to stop yourself from devolving, from having the fate that many elves before you. And even though you're a half-elf, you still have elf blood. The many elves before you have fallen too. But you're not sure how long you can keep it up. That struggle. But you fall asleep. The tightly wound strings in your brain eventually aren't enough to keep you awake. And you fall into a restful sleep. As for the rest of you, have a good night's sleep, a good rest. Just before you fall asleep, Morna, you feel sort of someone next to you sit down, and you sort of open one eye, looking up, and you see it's Erin. She just sort of like looks over you and sighs. I don't know how I could be so fucking stupid.
It was pretty stupid. I don't want to say that.
It's alright, you can be honest.
Yeah. Like you didn't want to put it in a demi-plane or something.
I thought the box would be fine. How the fuck did he know about that? How did he know I had it?
Lucky guess.
It makes me feel like the Magisterium, the Arcanum of Lavar, they knew that I had taken it all that time. They knew that I was in possession of it, and they were just waiting for the moment to strike. It made
Maybe
me...
they were.
Well, it makes me feel like the only reason I've been so successful, the only reason I've managed to continue the way I have is because they've allowed me to. Do you understand how scary that is?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
I have to think about that. I think we should message Taman and warn her.
Okay, I've got a sending stone to her.
You do it then. Just make sure not to worry her. She has a lot on her mind, I think.
Okay, what should I say?
I guess we could just warn her about Aaron. Make sure that the Grace of the Crow it remains hidden. And not to allow anyone that looks like us without prior warning.
Okay. Okay, I'll get out my sending stone. Can I use my sending stone in the where we are now?
I'll allow it.
Okay. And say, hey, Tarman. Come in.
Oh, hi, Mona. It's late.
Hi. Yeah, it's late. I've got something very important to share with you. Aaron is back and he's evil. He's taken something really important from Aaron and killed them both, but we brought them back to life. If anyone that looks like us should come to the Grace of the Crow, don't let them in. Unless we've talked about it before on this sending stone.
Mona.
Yeah.
Don't come! Don't come! Don't save me! This sort of like dread comes you, and she says, "He's here! He's already."
Oh God!
And then you hear like a rustling sound as you hear Aaron's voice. Hello, Mona.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
I have to say that I am impressed with the amount of effort that you've all gone through. Don't worry, your friend is safe. It's a nice place you've set up here. Say hi to your other friend. Go on, speak. And you hear, oh, I can't remember what her name is now. Aidmir.
Okay, I'm gonna wake Roxanne up.
You hear Aidmir say, Mona, don't. He's doing something. And you hear Aaron say, now. What did I say about being kind?
What are you up to?
Listen, I was doing some thinking. I've made some mistakes in my time. I'm not going to deny that. But I've also had a lot of thinking. And I decided instead of, what was it? Atoning for my sins, I thought it was best for me to think about my legacy. Think about the kind of man I want people to remember me by. So, I only have one demand for all of you. And Roxanne, you sort of come in and hear this through the turning zone. Lay down your weapons and hand yourself over to me. No one needs to know that, well, of all the bad things I've done in my time. And when I save this planet, I will take all the glory and the rewards. How does that sound? Think on it. Don't try and contact me again. And you hear the sending stone sort of bzzz, and you look down at it and it's like smoking and it's like fried.
Damn it. God damn it!
Alright, we'll end there, shall we?
Okay. Fucking... I hate being... I hate being right about this fucker!
Thanks for playing, everyone. Do you
See
want to
you
end
next
this
week, Russian spammers.